All right, we are back at the garage with the Paystar. I've got the flatbed and the crane on it. I did figure out, I'm a little embarrassed. The reason why I couldn't find the drilling spare parts on the map is because I hadn't accepted the stinking task. So I am heading over to the warehouse. It's somewhere we've been a number of times in this playthrough. It's a fairly quick drive. Because I am unladen, is that the right word? At this time, I'm going to take a bit of a shortcut through the mountain pass instead of going around. And I'm pretty sure I've done it in the Paystar before, especially with no load. So that'll save us a little bit of time. So that's going to be the start of this episode. I actually haven't quite decided what I'm going to do after that, but I will figure it out. That should be short enough that we should have time to do something in addition. I'm trying to make the episodes a little longer now that I'm up to like 20 plus episodes. I think that I can make them a little longer. Okay. Yeah, so after I get past this part, I kind of head around a corner, and then you either take that long path where there's another like pool of water like this, where there's the bypass. I've been through it before. Or before you get to that, you can actually head up and cut across kind of a mountain pass, and it's significantly shorter. So we're going to try that. Actually, it's right here. So we're going to head up here. Fingers crossed. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I've done this in the Paystar. It's all a matter of not getting too sideways. Careful. I've noticed those two strips on the flatbed, I don't think were there before. It sort of feels like the frame of the truck is clipping through the flatbed. You can see them kind of disappear as I bounce. So I feel like the frame of the truck is kind of clipping through the flatbed a little bit. It's a little annoying. I don't know. If they didn't move, it wouldn't bother me because it just kind of looks like metal rails that might be there to prevent whatever you load on the truck from gouging the wood. But because they kind of flash off and on, it kind of bugs me. Yeah, so that was the hilliest part. There's a little bit, I think, of a downhill slope here going down to the warehouse, but I think we mostly made it. So, interestingly, the drilling spare parts that we have to deliver to the warehouse are like right by the warehouse. I think it's supposed to be an early game mission that teaches you how to use the crane. It's like, just drive over here and use the crane and pick up the parts and put them on your flatbed, and then you only have to drive 50 more feet. But I have managed to complete like 40% of Black River and 30% of Smithville Dam before doing this mission. Okay, so so that little arrow is showing me where the spare parts are. So I need to head down here. Doesn't look like awful terrain. Yeah, and then I deliver them to the warehouse. What I just said has to be, you know, the idea. This is like a early training mission for using the crane. All right, turn the crane on. Crane mode. Don't forget to put your stabilizers out. They do help. They do help somewhat. Okay, why is it? Yeah, I'm still getting used to the controls. I don't want it to go out long. I just want it to go around. I don't want to extend it. Okay, connect. Pick it up. Whoop, up, 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 up. Come on. All right. I have the problem frequently that the words of the menu I feel like are in my way. Okay, I've somehow extended it again. Okay. Which way is down? X. X is down. Okay, I should be able to now pack the cargo. That should be close enough. It is. And now I restore the crane. Back up to the road. And deliver these. And I'm guessing this is not a huge pile of XP and money given how straightforward that was, but we'll take it. I mean, the XP and the money seems to actually be fairly commensurate with the difficulty of the task, so that was pretty easy. I could grab this trailer. I don't know if I've ever used it. I could grab this trailer and take it back and sell it. I'm trying to kind of consolidate. Not that money tends to not be an issue in this game. I've watched some other playthroughs and seen people, as they're heading off to like Russia and stuff like that, they have like $200,000 or $300,000. 210, 1,300 bucks, not bad. All right, 200, 100 what? 120 points. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so what's another quick task we can do? I'm gonna take the gamble that I can take bricks times 2 over there first. I guess I'm gonna be frustrated if I'm wrong, but let's accept this one and we'll start tracking it. And I'm gonna pick up bricks times 2, bricks. Let's head over there and see what happens. I'm really torn because the smart thing to do would be to throw the bricks on the trailer. And then if I get over there and I can't unload them, I can just leave the trailer and it's there. Decisions. That was an odd place to stick the nav point. I have 180 liters of fuel. That's enough to get to the factory, I feel like. It's just if I get there with the bricks and I can't place them. I don't think that this is one of those, though. Like, the only ones you have to do in order are, like, the bridge building ones, because they need, for example, you need the metal beams before you lay down the wood planks to make the roadbed. And that's not the case here. So I'm going to assume that I can drop this stuff off. I feel like this truck could be like 20% more powerful. Maybe there's an engine upgrade for it. I don't even recall, to be honest. This truck, like, more powerful, in my opinion, is like one of the Russian Azov trucks. But the one that I've used before, not in this playthrough, is twin steer, and it just has... it's just terrible, I think, trying to navigate in some of the tighter areas. No truck is perfect in this game, for a good reason. Okay. Is this the pass where I come out by the fuel station? I forget. No, it doesn't look like it. I would take fuel right now, but this is not... There's a mountain pass that I'm thinking of where you pop out like right by a fuel station. This one is not it. Oh, wait, gas? Okay, how far is the gas? Oh, it's not near. It's all the way down here. I am thinking of this pass, for the record, where you come through up here and then you come out right by the fuel station. That's the one I'm thinking of. But I don't know that I want to take that big of a detour. I feel like I have enough fuel still, 160 liters. I didn't want to cut that corner any sharper because I felt like I was at risk of rolling over. So that was kind of on purpose, for the record. It's just a tight corner, and there's like a hump on the right-hand side of that turn. So I didn't want to just turn too tight. All right, to the factory. We have not been to the factory in this playthrough, I don't believe. If we have, I don't recall it. I think that last bit of road is still showing as like the dark gray that is not quite uncovered. Like, it's been uncovered by the watchtower, but I've never been there. Hang a right here. I roughly know where I'm going. I've been here before in my earlier playthrough. I just have not been through in this playthrough. This is the part of the game where from my perspective, we've gotten Black River to a level where we can go from like factory and service depot and that kind of stuff to warehouse to other areas relatively easily, because we're on paved roads, which is crucial because there is some stuff coming up, missions that I haven't even unlocked yet, that require delivery of some massive equipment. There's a bunch of stuff related to like drilling gear that we haven't done yet, and it is huge. I think it's 4 or 5 spots. There's a drill that you actually have to deliver, like a drilling spare part, or that's actually like a drill that you put on your truck, and I think that's maybe 4 slots. And then there's an even bigger one that's 5 slots, and so you basically have to have a high saddle and you have to have a semi trailer to pull it, and it's a beast. Actually, there's one, I think, at the factory, we'll see it when I get there, that's kind of a custom trailer. Like, it's already got the equipment, like, built into it, kind of. And it's huge. I know I said this was a long drive. I thought we were slightly closer than this. This is a very long drive. Okay. Are we getting close? Is it right around the corner here? Maybe? Yeah? Let me check the map. Yep, we are getting close. And then since I've never been up here, so the task I was just referring to, hauling the massive trailer, might be one that I unlock like in the parking lot up here at the factory. So I'll have to check that out. Whoop, slow down. Got a little excited there. There's a bridge here. Where does that go? That's not to the factory. I know that, but I forget what is involved with that bridge. Ah, crazy stick. Okay, here's the factory. Cross your fingers for me, please. Let me drop these off. I think the answer is going to be yes. Yes, I just had to pick the right thing. So I still need to deliver metal planks, which, unless I can find them somewhere on the map, they're way back by the town storage. That's the trailer I was talking about. So that thing is massive. It requires a high saddle. Let's back up here and see what is in this task box. Show task. Local entertainment. The workers in a nearby factory have a little game. Oh, this is the barrels one. So I mean, I'll accept it, but I was already aware of that one. I guess I couldn't have done it without accepting it. I think it's kind of like King of the Hill, where if you go knock over the barrels before you've accepted it, it doesn't count. All right, I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how to start the mission of delivering the rest of the 4 spare parts. So I do feel like that one we did earlier was kind of like a tutorial for picking up the spare parts off the ground. I know from my first playthrough that there's like 4 locations that have drilling spare parts, and you drive around the map and pick them up one by one and deliver them to the factory. I think I completed that mission in my first playthrough. I can't figure out how to activate it right now. I'm not going to worry about it right this second. What we're going to do is, because we're in the area, I mapped out the location to that oil tanker that we need to deliver to the fuel station. It is a fuel trailer, not a semi-trailer, so I should be able to pull it with this truck. So we're going to head down. It's not super far from here. It is in a completely swampy area. I don't recall if I've been through it on camera in this playthrough. I've been through it. I have been through it before. Let's see. I don't think it's terribly far from the factory. I am a little irritated that I can't get the 4 spare parts to show up, but I'm guessing I need to find a different mission start point. Probably my one complaint about the gameplay. I've talked about, or like the mission aspect of the game is the confusion. It's not just me. I joke a lot about getting confused, but I've seen plenty of other people who have done playthrough videos of this game run into the same problem, where they can't figure out how to like drop off something, or they can't figure out how to pick up something. And it's for this exact same reason. I need to make sure I take a right here, so I'm going to mark that off. It's the exact same thing I'm dealing with, which is that like they didn't do something in the right order. They didn't start the task or whatever it is. So that's what I know what the cause is. I'm just not sure exactly where I start that task. So I'm not going to worry about it right now. Plenty of other stuff to do. This will be a challenge. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't have to do the little drive and then winch and then drive and then winch trick on this, because once I get to where I'm going, pulling the trailer out will be a trick for sure. So this is what I'm talking about. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. I mean, I wouldn't drink this water. It's like swamp water. I guess you could. It's fresh water. That saying really applies to being stranded at sea. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. I wouldn't drink this. I seem to be making reasonable progress driving through it unladen. But I know when I get the trailer on, it's going to be like full throttle, not moving. The truck is stuck. The trailer's stuck. Okay, there's the trailer. Before I hitch onto it, I am going to look at which direction I need to head after I grab it, so I can kind of get myself positioned in my best possible way. So I want to try to crank hard right here, and so I can back into it. But I don't know where I'm taking it quite yet. I guess it somewhat doesn't matter. I know I want to pull it straight ahead, so... Okay, so I show the task. I mean, I've already accepted it, so I can start tracking it. It's going to be worth $2,400. Is that 280 reward? Is that enough to push me over to the next level? I don't know. Trailer is too far away. Are you kidding me? Is that the front, or is the front around the other side? No, that's the front. Okay, is this close enough? Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, I guess it attaches under the flatbed, to be fair. Because this flatbed is pushed back because of the crane. Alright, where are we delivering this thing? Missing oil tank. Oh boy. That's a little ways away. So I think I want to come out this side. And come up here. Oh, I might have to, I might have to test something here. It has never been clear to me, if you are towing a fuel trailer like this, if you take fuel off of it for your truck, when you deliver it, does it still count? I think it does, and we may have to put that to the test, because I've only got 77 liters of fuel. So I am most likely going to refuel. We're stuck already? Off of this trailer at some point before I deliver it. And we're going to see... Now, presumably the idea would be it doesn't matter, right? Because if it has to be delivered full, I'm delivering it to a gas station, so I can always refill it. But yeah. This is going to be slow and arduous. I apologize. I'm still moving. I mean, that's the big thing. When you haven't come to a complete stop, that's what's important. Kind of a nice view. Even though this area is a complete swamp, it's kind of cool. If it wasn't all swampy, it would be this nice little clearing in the woods, right? So the other thing, trying to just do a little world building in my own head here, right, is... So these trees here are dead. I'm guessing they're dead because they're waterlogged, which means there's been water standing in this area for a while. Come on. I was thinking before I started talking, just kind of amusing myself. I was looking at mapping that out, and I was like, "There's no way I'm going to make it. I don't have enough fuel." And then I'm like, I'm towing like 3,000 liters of fuel. I'm pretty sure. I think that's what this one holds. So I mentioned this in an earlier part. This is the middle-sized one. So it's a regular trailer fuel tank. There's also a semi-fuel tanker, and I think it's 900 for the Scout. 3,000 for this one, and then I don't know if the semi one is like 6,000. It might be. I don't remember. I'm gonna end up checking this one, so we'll know that for a fact. Because there's no way I'm gonna not need to steal some of this fuel. Fuel's free, so it's not really stealing, right? Come on. Come on. Back approaching the road. Always feels good to be on a real road. Which way am I going? Right or left? I try to place the nav points to the side of the intersection I need to turn. Because if you place them right at the intersection, then you get all the way to the intersection without knowing which way you're going. That is a tip I picked up from another gamer. Life pro tip: place your nav point on the side of the intersection you need to turn to. Still pretty slow going, but I don't feel like I've gotten so bogged down and stuck that I have been frustrated. This episode has gone much better than the couple episodes where I was around the quarry. I'm totally just going to jinx myself. Why do I do that? But the quarry was miserable. I'll tell you, it'll be clear in those episodes that there's cuts. Everything went wrong. Everything went wrong. I hate that quarry. Come on, Paystar. I'm really kind of regretting I ever switched away from the Paystar. It's been rock solid the last several parts here. This is a heavy load. I mean, it's full of liquid. I mean, this has got to weigh more than a trailer full of, like, wooden planks. This is fuel. So here's the question. From here, will I make it without having to steal fuel? 18 liters, 17. I'm burning at a very high rate, but now it should go down a little bit. So I have to go across the bridge here. I mean, I'm pretty close. I go across the bridge, around the corner. That arrow that you just saw off to your right, that's where I'm delivering this to. So I'm guessing I'm actually going to make it without stealing fuel. I kind of want to test it anyway, though. Should I test it? I'm going to test it. I need to know. Ah, quit swerving. The heavy trailer just pushing me around. guess it's a little further away than I thought. Gotta go down around this corner. Through this stretch of unpaved road. There it is. Hangar right here. Headlights on. Hey, star. Hey, star. Hey, star. Fuel's the only thing that's irrelevant for, right? Like, you never steal wood off the wood delivery. Alright, I'm gonna do it because I want to know, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. So, refuel. Source is the fuel carrier trailer. Okay, it carries 2,000. I thought it was 3. Maybe the big one's 3, because I remember reading some comments online about, like, why the giant one was, like, barely any more than the medium-sized one when it's so much bigger. Alright. There's the drop-off. They did not care that I took some of their fuel. Alright. I think I'm going to call that a part. We got quite a few things done there. I'm going to figure out what I need to do to unlock those 4 drilling spare parts that I kept going on about, and we'll pick up from there next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.